What is empiricism? Empiricism is a philosophical approach that emphasizes the importance of experience and observation in gaining knowledge and understanding the world. It suggests that all knowledge comes from sensory experience, and that we can only truly know things that we have directly observed or experienced ourselves. According to empiricists, our minds are like blank slates or tabula rasa at birth, and all our knowledge and ideas are acquired through our senses. We learn about the world by observing, gathering evidence, and drawing conclusions based on what we have directly perceived. Empiricism stands in contrast to rationalism, which suggests that reason and innate knowledge are the primary sources of understanding. Empiricists argue that reason alone is not sufficient for acquiring knowledge, and that it must be grounded in empirical evidence. The foundation of empiricism lies in the idea of direct sensory experience. Our senses provide us with information about the world, and through careful observation, we can make generalizations and form hypotheses about how things work. For example, an empiricist studying plants would observe their growth patterns, study their reactions to different environmental conditions, and make conclusions based on these observations. They would prioritize gathering data through experimentation and direct observation, as opposed to relying solely on abstract reasoning or theoretical speculation. Empiricists also emphasize the importance of evidence-based reasoning. They argue that beliefs and ideas should be supported by empirical evidence and verifiable facts. They are skeptical of claims that cannot be tested or verified through direct observation and experimentation. In the field of science, empiricism plays a central role. Scientists use empirical methods to test hypotheses, gather data, and draw conclusions about how the natural world operates. Through controlled experiments and systematic observation, they strive to understand phenomena and uncover the underlying principles that govern them. Empiricism does not dismiss the role of reason or logic in understanding the world. Rather, it asserts that reason should be grounded in empirical evidence. Empiricists use reason to analyze and interpret the data they have gathered, draw logical connections between observations, and formulate theories or explanations that align with the evidence. However, empiricism does acknowledge that our senses are not infallible and can be subject to limitations and biases. Therefore, empiricists emphasize the importance of rigorous methodology, systematic observation, and peer review to minimize errors and biases in the process of acquiring knowledge. Critics of empiricism argue that there are certain types of knowledge that cannot be gained through direct sensory experience alone, such as mathematical truths or abstract concepts. They suggest that reason and innate knowledge play a role in these areas. In summary, empiricism is a philosophical approach that highlights the importance of experience and observation in acquiring knowledge. It suggests that all knowledge is derived from sensory experience, and that evidence-based reasoning is essential for understanding the world. Empiricism is closely associated with the scientific method and emphasizes the gathering of empirical evidence through observation and experimentation. While recognizing the role of reason, empiricism asserts that reason should be grounded in empirical evidence and verifiable facts.